The NBA season just ended. Shout out to the New York Knicks for winning the finals. But that also means we get to react to my 2026 seasonal predictions that I did just before the season started. See what I got right, see what I got wrong. I remember for 2025, I got a lot right, which I was pretty proud of. I don't remember how I did for 26 though. So we're going to see. Make sure to like and subscribe. Go into the description to submit your video idea. And let's see how I do. I think I start with the Western Conference standings first. So let's see. With the Western Conference standings. At 15, I have the Jazz. Worst. Okay, I think that's 1-for-1. I'm pretty sure. I mean, there was two teams. I think the Kings and the Jazz were both tied for 22 wins. I think the Jazz did end up last place, so I think that's 1-for-1. Roster in the Western Conference. They're not trying to win games. Makes sense. 14, I have the Pelicans. I think Zion. Pelicans ended the season like not terribly. Like I don't think they won like a specifically big winning streak, but they played better than they did like early to midseason. I think they ended up. I mean, I can pull up the standings. They ended up 11th, but 26 wins. They're only 24, or they're only 4 more wins more than the Kings at 14. So I'll take that. It's not bad. And Williamson, even on that roster, it's just not going to compete well with the top teams in the West. 13 is the Suns. Don't love the team with Devin. Yeah, probably my first big miss. Didn't think they're going to be nearly as good as what they were this year. I mean, great job by Jordan Ott. I think he had one of the better head coaching performances throughout the whole season. Booker didn't even play like his best self throughout the whole season as well, which was pretty surprising. Probably because he had to play most of the point guard position, which isn't his natural role. I had them at 13. A lot of people had them lower than what they ended up as, but great head coaching job. A lot of stuff plays into that. Booker right now. 12 is going to be the Kings. Pretty mediocre. Kings, yeah, they were terrible this year. Very bad this year. Booker. At 11, I have the Grizzlies. Think this could be viewed as a gap year. I think 11 can't be too far off from what they ended up as. They were 13th. They're only a game off from 11 though. So like, as long as they're in around the same tier of teams, I'll take it. My big miss so far is the Suns. Other than that though, it's been cool. Without Desmond Bane, hopefully they get 2 high picks from them and the Phoenix Suns and get to build off of that. 10 is going to be the Blazers. I love. Okay, I think they ended 8. So okay. The young direction this team is taking right now. I think we could see. Or excuse me, they ended up 7 because they beat the Suns in the play-in tournament. They ended up 7. That's pretty crazy. Big year 2 jump from Klingon. I think we could see Shaden Sharp take a step into potential being a first scoring option for this Blazers team. I think they're going to be really solid this year. At 9, we have the Dallas Mavericks. Kyrie's hurt. Yeah, Kyrie didn't play the whole season. They dealt with injuries to their front court. Derek Lively, PJ Washington. Cooper Flag was very good though as a rookie. For majority of the season, I believe. So I don't think they're going to be as high standings wise, but I think they're going to actually end up beating the Warriors in the play-in tournament to take their 8th overall seed spot. I think the Warriors are kind of getting slightly overrated by the NBA media right now. I don't think their roster is horrible, but I think it's getting slightly overrated. 7 is going to be the Timberwolves. Lost a lot. Okay, they ended up 6, so that's 1 spot off. I'm trying to think, who do I have top 6 that shouldn't be there? I don't know who it's going to be. Oh, probably the Clippers, huh? The Clippers, yeah. Including, or I guess mostly just being Nickeil Alexander-Walker, but now we have to rely on more guys to make plays this year, like Rob Dillingham, like Terrence Shannon Jr., Mike Conley's only getting older. I don't know. The team was a 6 seed last year. I don't think they got better during the offseason. For that reason, they're going to be 7. 6 is going to be the Lakers. No LeBron James. They had a really good regular season. I think if Luka and Reeves don't get hurt for the playoffs, I mean, first of all, they beat the Rockets in round 1, which is honestly amazing for what they had. I think they probably end up giving the Thunder not a great run for their money, but a good run for their money in the second round. Like, obviously, the impacts that Luka has cannot be understated. I underrated them though at number 6. They were very good throughout the regular season. James, can Austin Reeves step up? Can Luka step up? Can Ayton give them something at the center position? At 5 is going to be the Spurs. Really love. Yeah, underrated them. I thought I was pretty high on them for them to be number 5. I really like them preseason as well. I thought they could have been near finals contention. Obviously, great year for them this year. Again, Rockets, Clippers, I have ahead. That's not good, but it's whatever, I guess. The intensity I saw from this team, even during the preseason, I think the Spurs team is going to be really good. I think they're ready already with Victor Wembanyama leading them. 4 is going to be the Rockets. Would have had them probably at 2 if Fred VanVleet didn't get hurt, but I think it's still a really solid roster. 3 is going to be the Clippers. Old team, still a really good team. Yeah, just did not work out. They started off really cold. They got better throughout this season, but Bradley Beal was nothing for them. John Collins, not as big as an impact as I thought. Chris Paul, nothing. Yeah, tough, but I mean, what was Brook Lopez wasn't that good. They moved off of Zubac, a lot of things. Excited to see what the additions of Brook Lopez, Chris Paul, John Collins could do for them. Two, I'm going to have the Denver Nuggets. Was a really solid team last year. They upgraded from Michael Porter Jr. Yeah. To get Cam Johnson. You would have thought they upgraded. Not an upgrade right there at all. Then you add Tim Hardaway Jr., who's really good. Jokic, his first ever actual backup center, and Jonas Valanciunas. The Nuggets team is really solid. Also brought back their champion, Bruce Brown. At 1 is going to be the Thunder. Not much I have to say about that. Overall, not great, but not terrible. Like, I had some hits, I had some misses. Like, obviously the Clippers at 3 is terrible. Rockets, I mean, technically they were 1 spot away, but it felt like, for what I was saying, all the good graces I was giving them at 4, not good either. But I had some alright stuff there. In the Eastern Conference at 15, I have the Brooklyn Nets. They're probably going to start rookie Yegor Doman. Okay, I think the Wizards were the worst team. I mean, I guess I could check, like I said before. I think Wizards ended up, yeah, they were 15. The Nets were, again, 3 games back at 20, so not big. I'll take it, I guess. That honestly says enough. Then you add that Cam Thomas, Michael Porter Jr. are going to fight for whoever has the ball in every possession. It's tough to see that team not end up being the worst in the East. 14's the Wizards. Really love this team's young core. Just don't think they're ready to compete yet. 13 has to be the Charlotte Hornets. All right, I was low on the Hornets. I think I was high on the Hornets the year prior, and I was pretty mad that I was high on them the year prior. They didn't make that jump. Well, this year they made that jump, didn't end up making the playoffs. But they're feeling like a pretty strong Eastern Conference playoff team for 2027. I was just scared to make the prediction like I did the year before when they didn't do it. So I guess that's my reasoning. But yeah. Again, really solid young core. They're missing any type of activity at the center position. They're just not good in the front court right now. And I don't know how much of progression we're going to see from guys like Brandon Miller and LaMelo Ball. At 12, I have the Chicago Bulls. Hooray for the Bulls. They're finally out of the play-in tournament. But really excited to see them give the keys to Los Angeles to really say, this is your team. Go be that guy. At 11, I'm going to have the Indiana Pacers. I overrated them. I thought they were going to be good without Halliburton. Didn't think they're going to be great. Thought they'd be okay. They were not okay. Not okay. They did deal with a lot of injuries too. Siakam, a lot of injuries. They got Zubac. He didn't play second for them. Toppin, a lot of injuries. But yeah. I know you're losing Tyrese Halliburton. I don't think the team's going to be horrendous. I think Andrew Nembhard is going to give them something. But the Pacers, I don't think they're going to be uncompetitive during the regular season. They're still going to be solid. I'm going to have them at 11. I don't think that's a word. I think it's non-competitive. 10 is going to be the Toronto Raptors. Okay, pretty solid. Because if I'm not mistaken, the year before they didn't make the play-in tournament. So, I mean, they ended at 5. That's still a little low. But I thought they'd be a solid team. I was right. I think Ingram as the number 1 option is going to be really exciting. I think the Raptors is a good team, and I'm excited to see what they could do, especially going into the play-in tournament. At 9 is going to be the Boston Celtics. Just don't love the construction right now. With Derek White, with Peyton Pritchard, with Anthony Simons, Jaylen Brown. It's just not really a well-balanced. Yeah. Great job by Missoula. They overperformed this year for sure. It's a constructed roster right now. This is a team that's looking to take a gap year. At 8 is going to be the Milwaukee Bucks. I think with Giannis being sort of that team's only scoring option, we could see him have an insane season. I don't know how much is that going. A lot of injuries for Giannis too, so. Going to add to their win total though. They're going to be at 8. 7, I'm going to have the Philadelphia 76ers. They already have some injuries they're dealing with already. Again, probably not spot on. Playing back-to-back. Paul George missing the start of the season. Same thing with Jared McCain. Think they're talented enough to be maybe a top 3 seed in the Eastern Conference, but injuries are going to play a big part in that. 6 is going to be the Miami Heat. Excited to see what year 2 Kel'el Ware could do, what Bam Adebayo can do, what rookie Kasper Jonas could do, and I'm really excited to see Norman Powell as well. Okay, looking at the Eastern Conference, I guess I didn't really fully appreciate this like during the regular season, but 10-5 is a 3-game difference. I think I've grouped most of these teams together, but I'm just saying, that's not terrible. That's not terrible. Could be an underrated team in the Eastern Conference. At 5 has to be Atlanta Hawks. This is the best roster Trae Young has had around him his entire career. It's time to start winning games. Yeah, they saw a lot more success without Trae Young, so. At 4 is going to be the Detroit Pistons. Didn't make too many moves. I'm excited to see what they can have in terms of linear progression. Year 3, Asar Thompson could be pretty fun to watch. Three is going to be the Orlando Magic. We're not a great three. Yeah, they were disappointed this season. Mosley out now. I do agree with that decision because this is a team that a lot of people had high hopes on. The offense was going to look a lot better with Desmond Bane. It really wasn't. Now, Wagner was hurt throughout the season. They had other injuries as well, but they underperformed for sure. Three-point shooting team last year. Then they end up getting Desmond Bane in the trade market, who's going to help them a lot. I think the Magic and Paolo Banchero are going to have big years this year. Two is going to be the New York Knicks. Like I said before, didn't make too many changes, but on the bench side of things, you added Jordan Clarkson, you added Gershon Yabusele, who are going to help them a lot bench-wise during the regular season. They also have a new head coach in Mike Brown, which could add a lot of interesting elements as well. Definitely did. And at number one, I have to stay with the Cleveland Cavaliers. Still a really talented roster, didn't make too many changes, but added good backup point guard play in Lonzo Ball. Yeah, that's not true. My players I think could get traded is going to start with Larry. Okay, let's see for this, because last year when I did this, I think I was 100% on players that I thought were going to get traded. Let's see. Okay, 0 for 1. And Walker Kessler, I 0 for 2. Already dove into it a little bit before, but I think the Utah Jazz are going to try to buy into their youth development. Markkanen is nearing a contract extension with which the Jazz, I don't believe, want to give him, and that's basically the same thing with Walker Kessler as well. It's a solid two candidates for anyone who wants to buy. It is an expensive contract, though, in a guy like Larry Markkanen, so it's going to be probably limited amount of teams that are looking to add his talents, which is why it's been pretty hard for them in the past to move on from Markkanen, even though he's been apparently available. Next is going to be Nikola Vucevic. He's either getting traded or he's I'll count that. Getting bought out after the trade deadline. He's going to be on a new team by the end of the season, though. Best believe that. Then we're going to have Cam Thomas from the Brooklyn Nets. He got released, I think, from the Nets. So he was on a new team in the Bucks. Then he got released again, I think. I don't know what's happening with him. Is he playing basketball still? I don't know. But I'll say 2 for 4. I'll count that. The Brooklyn Nets gave him the qualifying offer during the offseason. They did not end up paying him the full money that he deserved. I don't think they're going to look to pay him next offseason either. If they didn't look to pay him this offseason, I don't know what changes he has to make to his game to earn a big-time contract. But with a low AAV of about, $5-6 million, some team who's looking to make a push in either East or Western Conference is going to look to add Cam Thomas. Yeah, that was not true. Cam Thomas not winning basketball, apparently. For the cheap. And then after Jonathan Kuminga, they signed him. Okay, so that's what? 3 for 5, 2.5 for 5. We're going to not count Cam Thomas. That's still solid. Not as good as last year, though. For head coaches I think can get fired, it's just going to be Willie Green and Brian Keefe. The Pelicans, I know they're probably... I got Willie Green right. Keefe, I mean, man, how is he still a head coach, like, right now? Like, he's seen 0 success. I know the Wizards have been terrible. I just think something, right? Really nothing. Yeah. I'll take Willie Green, though. I think that was a pretty solid shout. But, again, Brian Keefe, he's going to be the head coach next year, it looks like, because I feel like they would have fired him already. So I'll take 1 for 2, I guess. For my first-time All-Stars, I'm going to start with Chet Holmgren of the Oklahoma City Thunder. Okay, he made an All-NBA team, so... The City Thunder. Okay, 1 for 1. Definitely lower on Chet Holmgren overall, but I think without J-Dub playing for them to start the season, we could see some pretty big counting numbers from Chet. I don't think his counting numbers are like that. Excuse me. I don't think his counting numbers were like that improved. But he was an all-star. The Thunder were really good to start the year. And to add to that, obviously, Chet Holmgren is on the best team in the NBA. So he puts up 20-plus points per game, great defensive numbers, on the best team in the league. I think he'd have a really good chance to be a first-time All-Star this season. Also going to throw Franz Wagner over there as too. I think that him and Paolo can both be All-Stars this year. And with the Magic... Yeah, mostly injuries with him and the Magic were not nearly as good as I thought they were going to be. Yeah, it's a miss. I think being a top 3 seed in the Eastern Conference, the record of the Magic is going to help him be a potential All-Star as well. Also, and finally, I'm going to throw Amen Thompson there. These 3 guys, I'm going to go on a limb and say I think they will be All-Stars this year. I think Amen Thompson has a good chance to improve his offensive output, playing off-ball of a real guy in Kevin Durant. And I think if he averages 17, 18 points per game this year with his elite defensive skills as well, he could get one of those All-Star appearances. And also maybe even more than that. Could he? I mean, I see where I was coming from. I think I'm a lot more confident making that prediction last year about this season than I would be making it this year about next season, just because we didn't see that big of an offensive jump. Honestly, I like the jump Asar Thompson had a lot more than Amen Thompson. Now, obviously, his offensive game needs a lot of remodeling or really just betterment as well. Um, but okay, I'm not mad at that prediction, I guess. Being on an all NBA team, I don't know, we'll see. But I guarantee you, Chet, Franz, and Amen Thompson will be first time All Stars in 2026. Now, time for my all NBA team, starting with my all NBA first team. All right, this should be interesting. Let's see what I got. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Giannis, Victor Wembanyama, and Luka Doncic, an all foreign all NBA first team. Okay, well, probably Giannis, Victor Wembanyama, and Luka. Probably if they're all healthy, I'd say. Giannis didn't make the cut. I mean, I have the team right here, obviously. Got Luka. Yeah, it's just Giannis. Replace Cade with Giannis. And I think I'd have Cade on the second team. I for sure would have him on one of these, but I'm not going to say this is a great prediction because this is known that the best players in the league right now are foreign, and these are the 5 best players in the league right now, but I'll take it. Doncic, and all foreign All-NBA first team. All-NBA second team is going to be Jalen Brunson. I'm going to have Cade Cunningham on my second team, Kevin Durant, Anthony Edwards, and Paolo Banchero. I like the first 4. I really like the first 4. Paolo, not his best regular season. I think there's probably going to be some questions surrounding him. If the Magic obviously now with Sean Sweeney, they have a new regime over there, but we'll see what happens the next couple years around Paolo, Franz, what that team construction sort of looks like. I did get Brunson. I got Kevin Durant. I got Cade Cunningham was on the first team. I missed on Kawhi. I missed on Jaylen Brown, and I missed on Donovan Mitchell. Yeah, and Anthony Edwards was not eligible because he missed 20 games. On my third team is going to be Donovan Mitchell, Steph Curry, Anthony Davis, Jaylen Brown, and Evan Mobley. Okay. Let's see. Steph Curry, Anthony Davis, Jaylen Brown. Who did I say that didn't end up making a list? I missed Jalen Johnson. I missed Jalen Duren. I missed Jamal Murray. I missed Tyrese Maxey. I missed Chet. I missed the whole third team. Jaylen Brown was on second team. Yeah. Steph didn't qualify. Donovan Mitchell was on second team. He had a good counting stat season this year, and obviously AD didn't qualify, and Evan Mobley didn't make it. Okay, a lot of it this year was because of the 65 game rule. We missed out on a lot. I'm not terribly mad at these All NBA teams, though. I feel like they're like pretty respectable, I'd say. And Evan Mobley. Now for my all defensive teams. First team is going to be Victor Wembanyama, Evan Mobley, Amen Thompson, Anthony Davis, and Chet Holmgren. Okay. Victor Wembanyama, Evan Mobley, Amen Thompson, Anthony Davis. All right. I got Vic. I got Chet. I said Amen instead of Asar, which is all right. And Evan Mobley didn't make it, and Anthony Davis obviously was not qualified. Okay. All right. And Chet Holmgren. And for my second team, I'm going to have Dyson Daniels, Donovan Clingan, Giannis Antetokounmpo, Toumani Camara, and I like this. I like this second team for sure. Dyson Daniels got him. That's good. Clingan didn't make it, even though I thought he probably should have made it. Giannis, I said, did not qualify. Camara didn't make it, and Asar was first team, so not terrible second team. Asar Thompson. So pretty interesting first and second teams. Wasn't able to get my guy Herb Jones there, but just so he knows, one of the best defenders in the world. For my all-rookie teams, first is going to be Cooper Flagg, VJ Edgecombe, Ace Bailey, Dylan Harper, and Kasparas Jakujonas. All right, I think these are all fine predictions, except for Kasparas. I was really high on him going into this year because I wasn't too confident in the Heat's point guard play. Like, you had Terry Rozier, obviously, but that obviously didn't turn into anything. But Davion Mitchell, Byron Gardner, a couple other guys, I guess Drew Smith, if you want to throw him in there. It wasn't a strong point guard room. I thought that potentially Kasparas could have took that easily. Didn't really. Mitchell had a pretty solid year this year. But I'm not mad at this first team list. Obviously, the biggest miss being Con Knipple. I think I have him on second team, though. On my second team, I'm going to have Trey Johnson, Jaeger Dolman, Jace Richardson, Neat Clifford, and Joan Berenger. That's not a good second team. I think I got Trey Johnson right. Wow, Trey Johnson didn't make a team actually this year. I forgot about that. All right. That's not a bad prediction though. I didn't have Fears. I had Ace Bailey on first team. I didn't have CMB. I didn't have Derek Queen. I didn't have Maxime Renault. Okay. All right. J.S. Richardson basically had no role. Same thing with Beranger. Clifford played. I mean, he was okay. He was solid. He had his ups and downs for sure, but couple misses for sure. So an interesting second team. Try to throw some shots out there. Didn't get Jeremiah Fears on there or Derek Queen. I think Willie Green doesn't play his young guys too much. I mean, yeah, he doesn't, but I predicted a coach firing. I just didn't predict the all rookie teams according to that, so that's on my part. We saw it a couple years ago with Jordan Hawkins. I think Yves Missi was kind of forced into that position. So just because Willie Green's not over eager to play some of his young guys, I don't know if they're going to get too much time. And then also Con Knipple just couldn't find a place for him. I don't know. All right, that's my worst so far this whole video. Con Knipple not making an All NBA, not making an All Rookie team. I couldn't find a place for him. That's terrible. I didn't love what I saw out of the preseason. Maybe he's just not going to be on an All Rookie team. Now, time for my NBA awards. Terrible. Now it's time for the video. All right, these are the awards. One of the most important part of the video. Let's see what I have. Very big awards. The MVP is going to be between Nikola Jokic, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, and Victor Wembanyama. 3 for 3. Okay. I can't remember who I had. I think, did I have Shai? I might have had Shai. And for my MVP, I'm going to go with Nikola Jokic from the Denver Nuggets. My dark horse for this award is actually going to be Paolo Banchero. I shouldn't have said that. Jokic MVP, though, I mean, I don't have a problem with it. I got the top 3 candidates right. I'll take that. Over the Orlando Magic. Rookie of the Year is going to be between Ace Bailey, Cooper Flagg, and Kasparas Yaku-Jonas. Yeah, I mean, you definitely have to have Con Knipple in there. This is not a good top 3 at all. Cooper Flagg, obviously, but Ace Bailey, Kasparas, not a good top 3. Not a good top 3. So it could be a dark horse in itself, but I'm going to have Neat Clifford as my dark horse for Rookie of the Year. But my overall Rookie of the Year is going to be, of course, Cooper Flagg. My Defensive Player of the Year is going to be between Anthony Davis, Mobley, and Victor Wembanyama. Mobley, not that defensively this year, and AD, not qualified, even though I mean, maybe he'd make an all-defensive team if he qualified. He's a really good defender. He'd at least make second team, I think. And for my Defensive Player of the Year, of course, with no doubt, is going to be Victor Wembanyama. A dark horse for me could be Donovan Clingan from the Portland Trail Blazers. Sixth Man of the Year is going to be between Josh Hart, DeAndre Hunter, and Naz Reid. I mean, it's tough for Sixth Man of the Year. It's just good volume, could be scores, could be filling the stat sheet, guys off the bench. I mean, DeAndre Hunter came off a really good scoring year last year, did nothing this year. Naz Reid arguably should have won the Sixth Man of the Year award this year. And then Josh Hart didn't come off the bench. I don't know. Was there reports that the Knicks were going to start Mitchell Robinson this year? Or they were going to start someone else this year? I don't know why I would have had him off the bench. I mean, it had to be according to a report because he didn't come off the bench. Did he come off the bench in 25? I don't think so, right? I have to give it to Josh Hart of the New York Knicks. It's going to be a new role off the bench for him, but I think he's going to fill the stat sheet. Yeah, there must have been a report or something because he didn't end up coming off the bench. They must have said Mitchell Robinson was starting, or there must, like, I don't know. I don't know why I'd have this. Enough on a really good team to win the award. Clutch Player of the Year, I'm going to have between Jalen Brunson of the New York Knicks. I'm going to have Cade Cunningham from the Detroit Pistons and Kevin Durant. For my Clutch Player of the Year, I'm going. This could be a good one. I'm going to actually give it to Jalen Brunson. All right, I'll take it. Shout out Jalen Brunson, Clutch Player of the Year. Yeah, that's a good one. From the New York Knicks. My most improved player is going to be between Asar Thompson, Shaedon Sharpe, and Modest Buzelis. I really want to give it to second-year Modest Buzelis, but in my right mind, I'm going to have to give it to Asar Thompson from the Detroit Pistons. Yeah, I mean, it's tough to predict what Nickeil Alexander-Walker did this year, for sure. But, I mean, these feel like fine, like, candidates for last year. I feel like we're going to forever wait on Shaedon Sharpe actually breaking out. I don't know if it's going to happen. But I might throw Asar if I make this prediction again in, 5-6 months? So, you know what? This is not terrible. The second-year Modest Buzelis, but in my right mind, I'm going to have to give it to Asar Thompson from the Detroit Pistons. I think we're going to see a very big offensive burst from him this year. We have really seen really good defense from him his first 2 years. I think he's going to give us that, be on all defensive second team, but also potentially average 14, 15 plus points per game as well. Big breakout year from Asar Thompson. Could also potentially be in the All-Star race as well. My coach of the year is going to be between Jamal Mosley, Mitch Johnson, and Eric Spoelstra. And for my coach of the year, I'm going to give it to Jamal Mosley from the Orlando
Yep, I had nothing there.
Magic. They're going from a 7 seed to a 3 seed. I think they're going to have a big increase on wins this season. And overall, as a team, they're going to run a lot better. And I think they can make a push for the NBA Finals. And finally, for my playoff and NBA Finals predictions, starting off in the Western Conference. I think first round between the Thunder and the Dallas Mavericks, I have them beating the Warriors to get to the first round. I'm going to have the Thunder win this series in actually 7 games.
Man, 7-game series for the Thunder. The Mavericks didn't make the playoffs. Kyrie was injured the whole season. If they did, it'd probably be Thunder in 4. The Thunder had no problem in the first 2 series of the playoffs. Yeah, that's not a good prediction.
We saw the Mavericks beat them 2 years ago in the second round of the playoffs. This is a really talented Mavericks roster. That's why I think they're going to actually push it to 7. But I'm still going to take the Thunder. In the first round, again, we're going to have the Denver Nuggets versus the Minnesota Timberwolves. I think this Nuggets team is going to be too good to lose to this Timberwolves team. So I'm actually going to go Nuggets win this series 4-2. Next is going.
Yeah, I mean, just got it wrong. Cam Johnson, very disappointing this year. I would not be surprised if he got moved in the offseason. That's just bad.
To be the LA Clippers versus the LA Lakers. Big inner city matchup between 2 really good.
I need to at least predict the Lakers here. If not, this is bad.
Teams could be very close, but I'm actually going to end up giving it to the Clippers, leaving LeBron and the Lakers to lose in round 1 in back-to-back years. Could be the end of it for LeBron James, but this Clippers team's too hot. Next is going to be the Rockets and Spurs. Really talented, hungry, young Spurs team. But I'm going to have the Rockets actually take this series in 6 games to defeat Victor Wembanyama in the Spurs. Next, we have Thunder versus Rockets. 2 really great teams in the Western Conference. Give me Thunder in 7, which would be back-to-back series that the Thunder have to win in Game 7. Next is Nuggets versus Clippers. Another rematch from last year. I'm going to have to go Nuggets in 6. And then for the Western Conference Finals, we have the Nuggets versus the Oklahoma City Thunder. They matched up last year. The Nuggets actually went up 3-2, but they lost to OKC. I think it's going to change this year. I have the Nuggets defeating the Thunder in the Western Conference Finals. In the Eastern Conference Round 1, I have.
So Thunder to the finals. Okay. I really thought Cam Johnson was going to be an improvement. I did. I thought they added Johnson, they added Bruce Brown, they added Valanciunas, they added Tim Hardaway Jr. They didn't really lose anything too impactful. That just felt like 4 good quality additions, or I guess 3 if we're canceling out Cam Johnson and Michael Porter Jr. But those are good quality additions to your rotation. Didn't work.
Cavs versus the Milwaukee Bucks. I'm going to go Cavs in this one. I'm actually going to have them beat them in 5 games. I think this is the end of the road for Giannis and the Milwaukee Bucks. Giannis asked for a trade out. Next, I'm going to have the New York Knicks.
That's a good prediction.
Versus the Sixers. Really good series when everyone's healthy, but I'm going.
Let me move my cam back to the bottom left.
In 6 games. They played against the Sixers 2 years ago. I think they also won in 6. Next is going to be the Orlando Magic versus the Miami Heat. Should be a prepared Heat team, but I think the Magic team is just too good this year. Give me the Orlando Magic in 6 games as well. And then finally, we have the Detroit Pistons versus the Atlanta Hawks. I know this Hawks team made a lot of great progressions and improvements during the off season, but I'm going to have their season end right here. Give me the Detroit Pistons to defeat the Atlanta Hawks in this series in 7 games.
Okay.
Round 2, I have Cavs versus Pistons. Should be a solid series. Give me the Cavs, though, in 6 games.
Yeah, that's not. I mean, they literally matched up, right? Yeah, it's just not. That's not the correct prediction. That's not the correct prediction.
And then I have Knicks versus Magic. Could be the most exciting series that we have in the playoffs. Give me the Knicks over the Magic in 7 games. This could honestly go either way. I am going to lean the Knicks, though. And finally, for the Eastern Conference Finals, Knicks versus Cavs, I'm going to go with the New York Knicks. I think this Knicks team is ready to make
I got that.
push. They heavily improved their bench over the offseason. I think a head coaching change was needed. And give me the Knicks versus the Nuggets in the NBA Finals. And in the NBA Finals, the Denver Nuggets versus the New York Knicks. I look what the Knicks have at that center position, trying to defend Nikola Jokic, and I just don't think Karl-Anthony Towns can do it. I have Nikola Jokic and the Denver Nuggets winning their 2nd NBA Finals in 4 years, with Jokic winning Finals MVP. It's going to be tough as a Knicks fan, but It's a really good Nuggets team. They made great improvements during the offseason. I have to give it to them for my 2026 NBA champions. That's
Okay. I mean, at least I got the Knicks to the finals. I don't think a lot of people were saying that. Were they? I can't remember. I can't remember. Hope you guys enjoyed the reaction, though. Make sure to like and subscribe. More NBA draft content coming out, obviously, with the draft being a week away. Probably sub free agency content coming out as well. Yeah, I'm going to have some stuff. Hope you guys enjoyed, though. Peace.